Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to Jets Media. This is Richie, and we got a Jets game to talk about. The Jets lose to the Philadelphia Eagles 33-18. And man, what a frustrating game overall from the New York Jets, from the referees, from everything. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts about everything from the New York Jets, offensively, defensively, special teams, everything that I saw in this game. I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody that tuned into my live reaction to the entire game. I was live for 3+ hours. I had an awesome time with all the Jets fans tuning in, even some Eagles fans, all NFL fans around the world tuned into the stream. So I greatly appreciate you guys tuning in. And if you guys are new to this video, make sure you smash that like button. I would greatly appreciate that. And make sure you subscribe if you're indeed new to the channel. So with that being said, let's get right into the recap, guys. Going into this game, we knew it was going to be a tough one. I knew that even though Jalen Hurts was inactive, that it was not going to be easy because Gardner Minshew was the starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, their first time starting Gardner Minshew this entire season. And what happens? Gardner Minshew goes out there and absolutely destroys the New York Jets defense. He was just a game manager. He was doing everything he needed to do to get the victory for the Philadelphia Eagles. And some Jets fans, well, not all of them, I think majority of Jets fans knew that Gardner Minshew was no scrub. Just because their starting quarterback, Jalen Hurts, was injured does not mean this is going to be an easy game because the Eagles have their backup quarterback. And that indeed was the case. Gardner Minshew absolutely destroyed us. And I think the defense was the biggest reason why the New York Jets ended up losing this game. So starting off in the first half, the offense looked phenomenal. Zach Wilson had definitely his best half of his NFL career. He finished the day 23 of 38 completion, 226 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air, 1 rushing touchdown, 1 interception, finishing with a passer rating of 83.9. So yeah, Zach Wilson had a very interesting day. The first half was phenomenal. It was kind of just, it looked like we were going to have a shootout. You know, the Jets scored a touchdown, Eagles scored a touchdown, Jets scored a touchdown, Eagles scored a touchdown. But the thing that was the most frustrating is our kicker does not know how to kick a point after. So he's definitely going to be out of the door. He's not going to be the Jets kicker next week. We move on from Matt Amendola, and this guy that we bring in is not even able to hit 1 point after. Absolutely disgrace. But it was really frustrating because the Jets go into half with somewhat momentum, just in terms of the Jets offense looking good. And we knew that the defense was been the reason why we're losing, and the defense was the X factor going into the second half. But the defense just continuously disappointed in this game, and they're the reason why we lost. Going into the third quarter, the Jets defense allowed this Philadelphia Eagles offense have the ball for 9+ minutes to start off the third quarter. That wears down your defense, that puts our offense on the sideline, keeping them ice cold. The Jets had no time of possession at all in the second half, and that's how you win ball games. If you dominate the line of scrimmage, if you're really good at running the ball, you stay ahead of the chains, you dominate the time of possession, that's how you win ball games. That's exactly what the Philadelphia Eagles did. They just controlled the clock. They did not allow the Jets offense to get in any type of rhythm, because whenever the Jets offense even got an opportunity to play in the second half, they had to, change up the game plan. You're playing from behind. And that's the one thing I noticed, where the first half, the offense was executed to perfection. We saw the best Zach Wilson we've ever seen. Touchdown to Elijah Moore, touchdown to Ryan Griffin, really good passes, smart with the ball, getting that, touchdown at the goal line, the QB sneak, and he was protecting the football. And in the second half, we saw a completely different Zach Wilson because he had to play from behind. The defense was not helping him at all. And the offense had to, try to force things down the field. They tried to, they didn't really rely on the run game as much, because you guys saw in the first half, Tevin Coleman was phenomenal. The run game was working. It set up the play actions. They didn't have to rush to get in the end zone. It felt like it was just a really cohesive, executing at perfection offense in the first half. In the second half, the offense felt like they were scrambling. They're like, oh my God, we got to make something happen right away. Mike LaFleur was dialing up passes down the field, and Zach Wilson was making some passes to Elijah Moore. And then he throws that errant interception, which is really terrible interception from Zach Wilson. Pressure down the middle in his face. Zach Wilson forces it. He throws it to Jamison Crowder when he's not even close to being open. Throws it all over his head, and that is indeed an interception. So the defense, in my opinion, was just an absolute disgrace today, and I think they're the biggest reason why we lost this game. The defensive line was getting worked. The run game was just ridiculous. The Philadelphia Eagles offense just looked like they were just dominating us on every single facet of the game. Even the wide receivers on the Eagles didn't do that much. There was a tight ends, and it was a running back, and it was the offensive line for the Philadelphia Eagles offense. And, of course, Gardner Minshew, because they were just dialing in, and they did everything they needed to do to expose the Jets' weaknesses on defense. And, unfortunately for us, we were unable to, adjust at halftime. Usually this Jets defense and this Jets team in general make those halftime adjustments, and we didn't really see that. And the defense put the offense in such a bad situation where we were playing from behind and we had to force our way back, and it just simply just did not work out. The Jets offense did not click, and they did not get any points in that second half, unfortunately, for the New York Jets. And then the one positive in this game is definitely Braxton Berrios. He looks like an absolute stud. He started off the game with an 80-yard kickoff return that set up that Elijah Moore, Zach Wilson touchdown, which is awesome to see. But to be honest, guys, to get into some individual stats, Elijah Moore had a great day, 6 receptions, 77 yards, 1 touchdown, and he had a couple yards on the ground as well. Elijah Moore is continuously proving that he is the number 1 receiver for this Jets team in the future. Corey Davis was active today, but you can tell that he was forced to go out there. He had a groin problem, and he didn't really look the same out there. He was struggling to get out there. He only had 1 reception. So Elijah Moore was really the only target out there that had any type of production. He was reeling in great passes. He had that 1 drop, but it was a hard pass to bring in. It was a diving catch that he dropped, and then the next play ended up being that Zach Wilson interception. And then Elijah Moore had another opportunity late in the game when Zach Wilson threw it down the field. Elijah Moore was bringing it in at the 5-yard line, but Darius Slay, who's a great cornerback in this league, did not allow that to happen, and he knocked the ball out. So overall, I'm really impressed with Elijah Moore. Tevin Coleman also had a very good game. He's stepping up really good for Michael Carter. Tevin Coleman had 11 attempts for 58 yards, averaging 5.3 yards per carry. That's what you want to see from your running back. And also the offensive line did their thing. I really feel like the offense in general was not the problem. And yes, the second half, we scored no points. The Jets offense did not do us any favors. But I'm really putting this more in the defense because they completely lost us this game. We lost this game at the line of scrimmage. We were getting outworked. We let Gardner Minshew manage the game to perfection, just executing everything, wide open passes, even the secondary. And then to finish off the video, I just have to finish off with a big rant because I'm not one to blame refs for anything. I don't think the referees are the reason why we lost this game. But what a terrible officiating game against the New York Jets today. I can't even describe the amount of times where they call little tiny things against us that they do not call against anybody else. That holding penalty on Bryce Hall was absolutely atrocious. You have hand-to-hand contact. Both sides are initiating contact. They call that on Bryce Hall. That was atrocious. And there's so many other ones. Even the Denzel Mims block in the back didn't even look that blatant, in my opinion. They missed another penalty down the stretch. You saw Robert Saleh on the sidelines, absolutely livid. It's good to see Robert Saleh show that fire because it proves that he's a passionate coach that cares about this team. Because I know some people, for whatever reason, are questioning Saleh, saying that he has no energy on the sidelines and all that stuff. That's not the case. And obviously, energy on the sidelines doesn't translate to wins at all. But it's a good sign that Robert Saleh is holding his team accountable and, holding his case, going up to the referee, saying what is going on. And I don't know, man, the referees just really did not help out the Jets at all in this game. Whenever there was a little ounce of something that the Eagles did, they did not call it. But for the Jets, they did. That's my rant. I never really like to go off about the referees and blame them for anything, but they did not help the Jets at all in this game. It just seemed like all the luck went the Eagles' way. But at the end of the day, the Eagles definitely performed like the better team. They controlled the game at the line of scrimmage. They were the better team on the ground. They were the better defense when it mattered the most. And they just executed their game plan properly. I do like what I saw from Zach Wilson overall today. Definitely a better performance than last week for sure. I went over his stats already. Obviously, you want to see Zach Wilson the second half play better when it matters the most. But overall, we saw some promises. We saw a good step in the right direction for a rookie quarterback because that's what the season's all about as a rookie QB. He didn't have the perfect game. He did not have an excellent game by any means. The first half was excellent. The second half was a little mediocre. But unfortunately for us, all 3 phases of the ball just did not click. The defense was the worst. Special teams was terrible outside of that Braxton Berrios return. Even Braden Mann is not even doing that well after returning from injury at the punter spot. And the kicker spot, I'm not even going to say his name because that guy is going to be gone from the Jets immediately. And the defense, I can go off about the defense over and over again. I'm not going to do that and tire you guys. So, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning into this recap video. It's very frustrating. Obviously, the Jets are 3-9, and it's a frustrating time to be a Jets fan. We're losing again. And this felt like a winnable game going in. And the defense has a lot of work to do. There's a lot of youth on here that's just not doing this justice. And we know that this team is very young and it's going to come with growing pains. But man, it's very frustrating to watch this defense continuously give up those third and long opportunities, not being able to get the offense back on the field because you're not going to win ball games if you allow that to happen. So that does it for this video, guys. Leave a comment down below your thoughts about this game. Obviously, everyone's frustrated. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And smash that like button if you guys enjoyed. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Let's go Jets. I appreciate all the support through the highs and the lows. Peace out, everybody.